Okay, dear students, we'll continue with exercise 7.1. In that fourth question, L and M are two parallel lines intersected by another pair of parallel lines P and Q. Show that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CD. So what is given to us? L and M are the two parallel lines and they are intersected by another two parallel lines P and Q. What has been asked us to show? We need to show triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CDA. Now, so since P is parallel to Q, AB is parallel to CD. AB is parallel to CD and AD is parallel to BC. Now, so I already told you, whenever if they ask you to show that the congruency of a triangle, we need to consider those triangles. See, consider triangle ABC and triangle CDA. Now, AB is parallel to CD and in that AC will act as a transversal, then angle BAC will be equal to angle ACD because alternate interior angle. Angle BAC is equal to angle ACD. Fine. Why? Alternate interior angle. Next, angle BCA is equal to angle CAD. Angle BCA is equal to angle CAD. Fine. Why? Same, alternate interior angle. Now, in both the cases, AC is common, ABC, ACD. AC is common, AC is equal to AC. Common side. So when you look at this, these two angles of this triangle and this side is equal to these two angles this side. So triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CDA. Two angles common side, two angles common side, that is ASA criteria. So this is what asked us to prove. We proved it. Please note this down. Okay, we will continue with the 7.1 exercise. In that fifth question, line L is the bisector of angle A and B is the point on L. BP and BQ are perpendiculars from B to the arms of angle A. Arms of angle A. Show that triangle APB is congruent to triangle ABQ or AQB. See, what is given to us? There is an angle A. So line L is passing through angle A in such a way that it bisects the angle A. So what has been asked us to prove is, we need to prove these two triangles are congruent, and one more thing what we need to prove is BP is equal to BQ or B is equidistant from both the arms of angle A. Arms of angle A are this one and this one, that is AP and AQ are the arms of angle A. So we need to, after that we need to show that B is equidistant from both the arms of angle A, or we need to prove BQ is equal to BP. So if I am able to prove these two triangles are congruent, by default BP will be equal to BQ by CPCT rule. What does it CPCT? Corresponding parts of a congruent triangle. See, consider. What we need to consider? See, before that, what is given to us? So, angle BAQ is equal to angle BAQ is equal to angle BAP. Fine. Because line L bisects angle A. That is the reason BAQ is equal to BAP. Now consider, and one more thing, what they have given, angle AQB is equal to angle APB, which is equal to 90 degree, because they are perpendicular. BP and BQ are perpendicular from B to the arms of angle A. So that will be equal to 90 degree. Now consider triangle ABQ and triangle ABP. Fine. Now angle BAQ is equal to angle BAP. It is given. Yes. Next, angle ABQ or AQB is equal to angle APB is equal to 90 degree. It is also given. We need not do any extra construction. Next, AB is common. AB is equal to AB. So therefore, triangle ABQ is congruent to triangle ABP. So now BQ is equal to BP because CPCT. So we proved that this B is equidistant, point B is equidistant from both the arms of angle A. So please note this down. Fine. Sixth question. In figure, AC is equal to AE. Where is AC? AC is equal to AE and AB is equal to AD. AB is equal to AD. And angle BAD is equal to angle EAC. Fine. Show that BC is equal to DE. This BC is equal to DE we need to show. So what is the possible cases that we have that to show BC is equal to DE? If I am able to prove ABC, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ADE, directly I can say that by the rule of CPCT, BC will be equal to DE. So that is the reason I am going to consider triangle ABC and triangle ADE. So to avoid our confusion, I will take those triangles separately and I will redraw. See, I have redrawn it. See, ABC I have redrawn and ADE I have taken and I have redrawn it. Now, before that, give what is given to us. AC is equal to AE. AC is equal to AE. AC is equal to AE. And it is given. And AB is equal to AD. AB is equal to AD. It is also given. And one more thing, what they have given? Angle BAD is equal to angle EAC. Fine. See, what I do to this, I am going to add DAC on both the side. What I am going to do? I am going to add DAC on the both the side. So BAD plus DAC. I'll tell you why I have taken that. So next, EAC plus DAC. BAD plus DAC will give me BAD plus DAC will give me BAC is equal to EAC plus DAC. EAC plus DAC will give me DAE. This angle plus this angle put together, this complete angle that only I have written. This angle plus this angle, this whole angle I have given, and this angle plus this angle, that will be equal to BAC. Same thing I have written. Now, so I told you to prove the congruency of a triangle, we need to consider them. Consider triangle ABC and triangle ADE. Fine. Now, AC is equal to AE. Why? It is given. AB is equal to AD. Why? This is also given. Next, angle BAC is equal to angle DAE. Okay, this is from equation 1. Fine. Now, AC is equal to AE, AB is equal to AD, and BAC is equal to DAE. So, two sides and included angle, two sides and included angle. So, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DAE. So, by what criteria? SAS criteria. Fine. Now, that is the reason BC will be equal to DE. Why? BC is equal to DE by rule of CP CT. Please note this term. Seventh question. AB is a line segment. AB is a line segment and P is the midpoint. P is the midpoint. D and E are points on the same side of AB. D and E on the same side. D and E are on the same side of AB such that angle BAD is equal to angle ABE. So this angle is equal to that angle. Fine. Next, even they have given EPA is equal to DPB. We need to show that triangle DAP is congruent to triangle EBP. Okay. Now, so to prove that, to avoid the confusion, I have taken ADP, that is DAP separately, and EBP. So in this, what all equal? This angle is equal to EPB. So angle PAD or else angle PAD is equal to, see, angle BAD is equivalent to angle PAD. See, I am tracing, look at my hand. Angle BAD will be equal to angle PAD. So, this angle will be equal to ABE. ABE is equal to PBE. The same thing. I have it. Fine. Next. And AP will be equal to BP because P is the midpoint. We will write the given data. So what is given? Angle DAP is equal to angle EBP. It is given. We didn't make any arrangement. It is given. Next, what is given to us? Angle EPA is equal to angle DPB. Where is that? Angle EPA is equal to angle DPB. See what I am going to do? I am going to make an arrangement. See, I am going to add angle EPD such that, see, to angle EPA, if I add angle DPE, this angle plus this angle will be equal to angle APD. I am going to make use of that one. Okay, where we were? EPA, to that if I add EPD, that will be equal to angle APD, and to DPB, to DPB. If I add angle EPD, that will be equal to angle EPB. So why I want, so in this I want to make this angle and this angle equal. For that I need an arrangement. So for that I am making that arrangement. So angle EPA plus angle EPD. I am going to add angle EPD on the both the side is equal to this DPB. I am adding on both sides EPD. Now EPA plus EPD will give me APD. Angle APD is equal to DPB plus EPD. DPB plus EPD will give me EPB. This angle plus this angle will give me this angle. This and this will give me the entire angle. Okay. So that only I am going to write now. So EPB. Fine. So to prove the congruency, I need to consider these two triangles. Consider triangle DAP and triangle EBP. Now I will call it as equation 1. In this, angle DAP is equal to angle EBP. It is given to us. It is given. Next, angle APD. Angle APD is equal to angle EPB. APD is equal to angle EPB. This is from equation 1. Fine. Next, AP is equal to BP because P is the midpoint of AB. P is the midpoint of AB, that is the reason AP is equal to BP. Now, angle, side, angle. So, angle, side, angle. Angle, side, angle. See, two angles and included side of this triangle is equal to two angles and included side of this triangle are equal. Then I can say these two triangles are congruent. I can say, see, therefore triangle DAP is congruent to triangle EBP. What is the criteria? ASA criteria. So therefore AD will be equal to B. AD is equal to BE by CP CT rule. So please note this down. Eighth question. In right angle triangle ABC, in right angle triangle ABC, right angled at C, this is right angled at C. M is the midpoint of the hypotenuse AB. C is joined to M and produced to D such that DM is equal to CM. Point D is joined to point B. Point D is joined to point B. Show that triangle AMC is congruent to triangle BMD. Fine. Next. After that, we need to show DBC is a right angle. Next, triangle DBC is congruent to triangle ACB. After that, we need to show CM is equal to half of AB. Fine. Now first, we'll start with this one. So consider, so before that, what is given to us? DM is equal to CM. So DM, where is DM? DM is equal to CM. Fine. Next, consider triangle AMC and triangle BMD. Okay. Now in this, what are equal? CM is equal to DM. CM is equal to DM. Next, look at this. CM is equal to DM. Angle BMD is equal to angle AMC. Why? Vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. Next, what is there? C is joined to M produced to point D such that DM is equal to CM. So we got CM is equal to DM, and even we got this angle is equal to this angle. Now see, AB is hypotenuse and M is the midpoint. So can I write AM is equal to BM? AM is equal to BM. Why? Because M is the midpoint of AB, and even clearly they have given CM is equal to DM, but indirectly they have given M is the midpoint of AB. If M is the midpoint of AB, then AM is equal to BM. So now, what is the reason? M is the midpoint of AB. Next, therefore, triangle AMC is congruent to triangle BMD. Next, so then angle ACM is equal to angle BDM. Why? CPCT. Through CPCT, angle ACM will be equal to angle BDM. Now, what kind of these angles? See, if I consider these two lines are parallel to each other. So, if I consider these are the two lines, see, BD and AC are two lines, and DC is a transversal line, and here these two are alternate interior angles. If I consider DC as the transversal line, these two are alternate interior angles, and how are they? They are equal. So therefore BD is parallel to AC. Why BD is parallel to AC? Because CD is a transversal. If I take BD and AC are two lines, DC is intersecting two lines at two distinct points, then DC will be transversal, and these two will be alternate interior angles, and if they are equal, by the converse of axiom, BD will be parallel to AC. Okay, that only I have written. Now, so angle DBC plus angle ACB is equal to 180 degree. Why? Because if I consider this as a transversal line, if I consider this as a transversal line, these two will be co-interior angles. See, co-interior angle, these two will be co-interior angles. DBC and ACB will be co-interior angles. So that only I have written. They will be supplementary. So on the same side of transversal, see, ACB and DBC are the same side of the transversal. So what can I write now? What is ACB? ACB is 90 degree. DBC plus 90 degree is equal to 180 degree. So angle DBC is equal to 180 degree minus 90 degree, or angle DBC is equal to 90 degree. Fine. This was asked us to prove. DBC is a right angle. Why I have written C? These two will be the angles on the same side of a transversal, or these two are co-interior angles. What is sum of co-interior angles? They will be supplementary, that is 180 degree. So I made use of that property. Then this was 90 degree. This we don't know. We compared and we got DBC as 90 degree. Next, we need to prove triangle DBC is congruent to triangle ACB. Now, consider triangle DBC and triangle ACB. Fine. Triangle DBC and triangle ACB. In this, BC is equal to BC. Why? It is common side. Fine. Angle DBC is equal to angle ACB. Why? So because of the noise I stopped the video. See, we know that DBC is equal to ACB is equal to 90. Now DB is equal to AC. Why DB is equal to AC? Because we have proved that DMB, triangle DMB and ACM are congruent to each other. If they are congruent, then the side will be equal, corresponding side will be equal through CPCT. So that only I have written. Okay, DB is equal. Therefore, triangle DBC is congruent to triangle ACB. We proved it. How? SAS. See, this is the side common. This is one angle, this is angle. Two angles include side of one triangle is equal to two angles. So these are two angles. This is one angle, this is the other angle. Fine. Sorry. This is one side. Two triangles if I take, DBC is a triangle. Okay. Next, ACB is one more triangle. Fine. In this, BC, where is BC? BC and AC. BC and AC. BC and AC. So AC and included angle. BC and AC included angle. BC and DB. BC and DB and included angle. So SAS, two sides and included angle. Two sides and included angle are equal. So SAS criteria. Don't get confused. It is very easy. What we have applied, SAS criteria. Now, this part is over. This is over. This is over. We need to show CM is equal to half of AB. Fine. Now, we know that, see, through this what we can write, DC is equal to AB. Why? CPCT. DC is equal to AB. DC can be written as DM plus MC, which is equal to AB. Because why I have written AB, else I would have written AB as AM plus MB. But I need not write AM is equal to AM plus MB because I need AB here. In the answer I need AB. So I retain AB as it is. So one more thing, here in this we showed that triangle DMB is congruent to triangle AMC. If that is the case, DM is equal to CM, DM is equal to CM. This is because CPCT. Already we proved this triangle is congruent to this triangle. Yes or no? The same thing we are using. So, in place of DM, what can I write? CM plus CM is equal to AB. Or 2CM is equal to AB. Or CM is equal to, if I transfer it to the right hand side, it will come to the denominator 1 by 2 AB. Same thing I have proved. Please note this down.